Hey guys, it's James Pate. First, I want to say thank you for buying the plugin, and if you have any questions or you need help at all installing it, just go to offlineplugins.com/support, and you can message me, and usually I reply back pretty soon, but if I'm away, it might, be a few hours. But I will definitely help you get going. I'll do whatever it takes to make things work for you. Uh, but the first thing you need to do when you go in your WordPress is you go to the plugins page and you click Add New. Uh, it's just like any other plugin. You want to go to the uploader right here, so you click Upload, then you browse, and then you'll find uh, where you downloaded the file, which you can get in the members area. And then you'll want to go to where it says Offline Plugins right here, and you'll click on WP Markup Suite. And then the first thing you'll need to do is put in your activation key right here. And I know it was being kind of buggy for a little bit, so if you don't have your activation key, you can actually use your transaction key as well to track it, and your PayPal transaction ID. So you can put that in there as well. Now, there are a few different ways that you can use this plugin. So I'm just going to go to the page editor. So I just click on pages right here, and I'm just going to go to a page and show you the different icons. So when you go to a page, you'll see these icons right here. This is the video. It looks like a little video thing. This is the stars markup. This is the business schema markup, and this is the authorship markup right here. So first we're going to talk about the video markup. Now to insert any shortcode, all you have to do is click on one of these buttons and a little form will pop up. And now audio play video, that's pretty self-explanatory if you want the video to automatically play. Custom thumbnail URL. Now I think it's always best to have as few duplicate things as possible because Google, they check all of your pages, and it's possible in the future when the algorithm gets better that they can tell when you have a lot of duplicate things, especially if you're going to be using a sitemap, because then they can compare different things like the thumbnails for the videos against each other directly. So you want to try and have as few duplicates as possible. So you could either use one of these. The best way to do it would be use a different one of these for each video, or you could you could download this image and rename it. But I mean, it will work if you just use one image for all the videos, but it just might not be as effective. But so you can upload a custom image. Basically, you just click on this, it'll open a new page and go to the media section where you can upload an image and get the URL. Or you can just choose one of these. So I'm just going to do rated best. It's as you can. These are all the different ones right here that are in this drop down. So I'm just using rated best, which is this one. And then you want to go ahead and upload your video, which is the same thing as here. It goes to the media section. So I uploaded a video. This is actually one of the Video Assassin videos that me and Rob Actus did. And then you'll just copy. You want to do like MP4, SWF. I believe, yeah, this is a move file, which .mov, which works as well. So you just copy that file URL. You also want to take a look at the length of the video and the dimensions of the video. Those are the main three things that you need. So 251. So we're just going to go in here. It's 2 minutes, 51 seconds. Put in the video URL. 640 by 360, I believe is what this is. Yeah. And I suggest if you're using the same shortcode for multiple pages, you can actually leave the title and description blank, and what it'll do is it'll use the actual page title for that page in WordPress, and so you don't have to fill this out. It'll do it automatically for you. So that make sure that there's no duplicate video titles. And this is video title element. So this is like if you want an H1 tag, a header 1, header 2. It's just the size of the title of the video. And the video upload date is the last setting, and basically this will just constantly tell Google that this video was uploaded like a few hours ago, because I think they like to show more recent videos. So, and there'll also be like a sort of like a timestamp in Google. It'll say like 8 hours ago or 3 hours ago beside the video. So I think it's a little more effective in Google. But again, if you're using a sitemap, um, it might be more effective. I'm not sure which one of these is more effective with the sitemap, because I believe I did make it so it's random. So it does a random time each time, like with random seconds and minutes, so they're not all the same. So either one of these should work good, but I would try recent for now. So that's pretty much all you have to do to set it up, and then you just click Insert Shortcode, and it puts it right here. And you're going to want to copy this if you want to use it in the footer, which I suggest, if you can, just use a separate one on each page. That's always the best way to do it. So let's just take a look at this. So as you can see, here's the video, and that's the video, so it works. And yeah, so that's how the video works. And then let me also show you next how to put it in a widget. So if you want to put it in a widget, basically the first thing you need to do is just copy that. I'm just going to update that again. And go into here, and the first thing you need to do is put the shortcode into here. I already put one in there, so I'm not going to change it. But you just click in here and paste it, and then you're going to want to check this box if you're using the video shortcode in the footer widget. And if your theme doesn't have a footer widget area, you can check this and add this. It adds a custom footer area to the bottom of basically any website or any theme. So if your theme doesn't have a footer widget or it's not compatible, you can use this. And this works great for showing up to 4 different ones, so you can use actually every single shortcode in your footer widget area. And this is for footer video sitemap, which I'm going to talk about that a little later. I don't really recommend using that yet. I mean, it's just there for testing purposes, just to see if it does work, which it could be effective, but it also could hurt your website. It just depends. So if you go to Appearance, Widgets, and as you can see, here's the Markup footer widget that I enabled. So this is the video one. So all you do, I just like styled it a little bit with a div, just did the font color white, but you just paste it in here, and that's all you have to do. So this is a text widget, which you get right here. So you just drag it over here and add it, and then you paste it in there, and then it will show up at the bottom of your page. And also, if you're going to be using this in the footer, you might want to change the dimensions. And you actually don't have to generate it again. You can just find where it says video width, and I just made it half. So it was 640 before. I just made it 320, and video height 180. So it was 360. So, and then you just save it, and then if you go to the website, it will show up at the bottom. So as you can see, this is the video right here, and it shows up in that area right there. So that's how that works. And next we're going to talk about, actually let me show you guys the XML sitemaps and explain that. So XML sitemaps are basically it's a way to show Google all of the videos that are on your website. Now, if you think about it, if you're putting them in the footer and you're using the same video for every page, it kind of makes it obvious to Google that you're using the exact same file, because every single listing will have the same video. And it actually seems to work right now, but I'm just thinking in the future it might not be as effective, because I know Google doesn't like duplicate things. But and I'm trying to figure out a way to make that work a little better. But I mean, right now it does work, but I would just be careful with it if you're using the video shortcode in the footer widget. But there's also a sitemap generator. Let me show you. Now if you uncheck that, it shows you a different XML sitemap. So if you generate this, let's take a look at it. And what it does is it searches through every single page and finds where you actually made a video. So as you can see, this is the one we just made, and if we click on this, it takes us to that page. Actually, that was a different one I made. Oh yeah, I forgot I deleted it, but so I'll just show you guys how it works. So if we go into here, paste that again, and then I'll go back to Markup Suite, and so we're not using the footer widget right now. I'm just to show you how the page sitemap works. This is when you're using the videos on each page individually. So you click on this, and there's the About Top link one that we just made. So that's pretty much the best way to do it if I would recommend it, because you make a video for each page individually, each one has individual content, and Google likes that, and it shows up. I think it also might work better because it's a bigger video because it's taking up more space on the page, but that's just me guessing. And also, here's the text instructions if you need any more help. If you get stuck. So that is the video. And the video length and footer sitemap, that's basically when you generate a sitemap that makes a listing for every single page. I'm going to show you this sitemap. When you use it in the footer, as you can see, it makes a listing for every single page, but they're all the same. So that'll work. It'll definitely work, but I think the other way is better. But when you actually do this, all of the links to the videos are the same, and Google doesn't like that, so you can actually just leave out the video length from the sitemap. And so it won't generate any errors with Google Webmaster, because if you log into Google Webmaster, when you're submitting a sitemap, it'll give a ton of errors if all the video links are the same. And actually, if you're using XML sitemaps for widget areas, I suggest you do not submit it to Google Webmaster, because I found it's a lot more effective for the footer widget if Google finds it. But there's actually a way in Google Webmaster I can show you to submit it. Let's see. So it's really good to have a Google Webmaster account for any website you make. So if you go to crawl and if you go to fetch is Google, this is the best way to do. And I've been doing a few tests. I don't suggest doing the video sitemap, but if you just make a regular sitemap, that's the best way to get your pages with stars indexed. And you'll have a certain amount of URL and link page submissions. I've used it on mine because I've been testing it a lot and doing a lot of different things. But if you get this plugin called Yoast SEO, where is it? It's actually called WordPress SEO, but it's made by this guy, Juice DeValk, I don't know how to say his name, but it's pretty much the best SEO plugin that I've seen. So if you go right here, this is the plugin, XML sitemaps. You'll have an XML sitemap, just make sure this is checked and saved, and then you can check out your XML sitemap here, and it basically makes this a separate sitemap for every single different thing. So what I do is I submit my sitemap index to here. So and then you just click fetch. So you want to do that, and you can actually also do the page sitemap if you want to. Because those are the two main ones. So if you just copy this, it'll be page-sitemap.xml. I think you guys can't see my link bar right now, but I'm just copying the URL. And you go into Webmaster Tools and type in page-sitemap.xml, as well as sitemap index.xml. So these are the two sitemaps. And then you can click Submit URL to index, and this is where Google will index it for you pretty much instantly. And for me, I don't have any left, but you can click this and click Submit this and all linked pages, and you want to check that. And the other thing you're going to want to do is go into Sitemaps, and if you're doing the video sitemap on a page basis and not in the footer, for the video sitemap, so let's go to WP Markup Suite. So if this is unchecked, I would suggest submitting the sitemap to Google. So you can copy this right here, video-sitemap.xml, and then go into Google Webmaster Tools, and then you click Add Test Sitemap, and then you submit it. No, I'm not going to submit it because I'm using the footer widget. And I've tried it, and actually I think it makes it less effective when you do that because Google can tell that all of them are duplicates. But I may be wrong. So that is pretty much what I do with Google Webmaster to get them to show up. That actually helps with the stars even more effectively. So before you do all that, I would also generate a stars shortcode. Now next we're going to talk about the stars. So where'd that page go? Close that. Okay, let's go back to About page. Now this icon right here is for stars. Now there are a lot of different review types. I would just use the first one. I made a lot more because these are also effective, but they're not as effective as this. But you know, just being realistic, like Google is constantly updating the algorithm, so this one may not be effective in the future, but right now it's super effective. But I went ahead and made these in case this stops being effective, so you'll have more options and you won't be left with something that doesn't work. But so this is pretty self-explanatory. Business being reviewed. Bob. They were awesome. What I suggest doing is just try and use a real review here. You know, go into Google Maps and just grab one of the reviews for the business that they have there. And rating out of 5, I would use something between 4.5 and 5. The option here, if you're just using this on one page, you don't have to use the random thing, but I would use this if you're using it on the footer, because otherwise it'll be the same for everyone. And basically what this does is you set a minimum and maximum rating, 4.5 to 5, and it chooses a random number for each different page. It actually chooses a random number each time someone visits the website, so it's pretty cool. So they're not all duplicates on every page. And you can also, I would also leave this blank if you're using this for the footer widget, because you don't want the dates to be all the same. So what this does right here when you click yes is it actually uses the date that the page was posted as the date for the review. So each different page will be unique because you can't post, you know, 2 things at the exact same time. Even if you post multiple things like with some kind of software, they'll be off by a few seconds, so it won't be duplicates. And this is custom CSS. If you want to change, you know, how it looks right now, it has like a little left line. So you can, if you want to do that, you just delete this border left thick solid black thing, and you can change, you know, if you want to add color, you know, change the font color. You just do color : black semicolon. So it's just basic CSS. So then you just click Insert Shortcode, and it's the same thing with this if you want to put it in the footer widget, except for you don't have to do any of the options in WP Markup Suite unless you want to enable the footer widget. But so I'm going to go into Widgets, and as you can see, I believe I did it right here. Same thing, just post it in there, give it a title if you want, and then it'll show up at the very bottom, and this is what it looks like. So the next we're going to talk about is this authorship widget right here, which I think looks pretty cool. Oh, and another thing, if you want to do a picture like this that looks really good in these, basically what I did for this picture is I just, it's actually a picture with my camera I just took myself, and then I used Photoshop to just select the border around me, and I deleted it and just made it white so it makes it look like a really professional photo, because the background's completely white, and added a little brightness to it. But you could actually go into Fiverr, and I believe there's people that'll do that for you. You know, you just give them a picture and they'll edit it. That's just a little side note. But so I'm going to go into Pages. We're going to do the authorship. So this is the authorship shortcode. So basically you just need to paste your Google profile in there. So you just click that link right under it and it'll take you right there. So you copy that. And I think it'll add /post, but you just want to take that off. You just want to get this link from the numbers until HTTPS. So you copy that, post it in there, and then this is where you say what type of Google Plus link is this. You're going to want to use profile if you're trying to get your authorship image to show up. You can actually also put in a page, because I think this is going to become more effective in the future. Just because you're building, rank for, different businesses. So you can actually use both of those, the profile and the page, if you want. But you actually have to have a Google Plus that's set up as a page, otherwise, as a business page, otherwise it's not going to work. So, but I mean, the best thing you do is profile, because you can get the image to show up. And the badge interactive box, that's what I just showed you, what I have on my website. There's also a different style link with image. I can show you that as well. And then you can change the width of it. The width of it sort of changes how it looks a little bit. And you can do landscape or portrait, which is whether it's like wide or tall. I like the landscape better. And then light or dark theme, you can join the light side or the dark side. And this is your anchor text if you're using a link, which is one of the options. Like if you don't want that badge to show up, you can just do a regular link and have an anchor text, which works the same way to connect it to Google+. But the other thing you need to do here, just make sure you read this, you need to have your page linking to your Google+ profile and your Google+ profile linking to your page. So how you do that is, just click that. So this basically tells you how to do it right here. Make sure you have a profile photo with a headshot. You can't do logos in profile photos. I've definitely tried, because that would be cool if you could show images as your profile. But Google, through the algorithm, makes sure that it's a face. So you can do it by email address, which I recommend doing in all the ways possible, just to make sure that Google can find it. But and then this is where I usually do the work section of your profile. So you can say, where is it? You want to go to contributor 2, and this is where you say, this is where you add the website. So you just click edit and then add your website to contributor 2, and this links it back. So that's how you do that. And so you put that in there, personal, just gonna do badge interactive box, light themed, dark themed, and that's it. Insert shortcode. Same thing if you just want it to be, if this is just a post, like say it's a business that has multiple people that blog and they want to have their posts attributed to them, you can do it on a per page basis. But normally you're just going to want to copy this, go to widgets, and then go to, I just made the title Google Plus. You don't really have to have a title if you don't want to. And you just paste it in there, and same thing, it shows up at the bottom. So last we're going to talk about the business markup. So go to pages, I'm going to go back to that example page. So basically what business markup does is it tells Google, and Google has been really big about this recently. They actually released a tool where you can go through your website and click on like different names and like addresses, and Google actually shows you how to code it, like how to change the code so that you can have this markup. So they're obviously like really stressing this. So I think it does have an impact with local, or if it doesn't have a big impact yet, it's going to, because they're really moving and pushing markup. So this is the little briefcase right here. You just click this, and this just tells Google that your website is associated with a local business. So I imagine that it helps local rankings, or at least helps Google, get your local listing connected with your website, which is really important. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Business name, street address, city, state, zip code, phone number, latitude and longitude. You just click here, type in your address, and you can get it. Main URL of your business, business description. The only thing you might want to take a look at is local, the schema.org business type. You can click here. This will work fine if you just use the default, but you can go here and scroll down, and there's this list of different types of businesses. So if your business is on this list, you can just copy it. Say if it's a health and beauty business, you just copy this text right here, and then you type it in here. That didn't work. My mouse is acting a little funky, so there you go. Let's see. For some reason, it won't copy, just because my mouse is acting up. But yeah, so you get it. You just type in like library, say. So if it's a library, you just type that in the schema, or just do the regular local business, and that'll work. Then you click insert, and it will show up when you put in the footer widget like we did before at the bottom of the page, and it looks like this. So it's all marked up with, so Google knows that's the name of the business, that's the address, that's the website, and you definitely want that to show on every page if it's a local business. So that's pretty much the plugin. If you have any suggestions, or if you need help at all, I can even help you install it if you're stuck. Just again, go to my support page, offlineplugins.com/support, and I'll help you right away. I hope this was useful. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you guys, Unicode characters. You can show these characters in your meta description of your website, which is pretty cool. And I use the Yoast SEO plugin for this as well. And I usually use these two, the phone and the stars. I can show you what I did. You get a SEO, titles, and meta, post types, and this is what will show up in Google. It doesn't really work with the title image, the title tag usually. It might, so I put it in there just in case, but I haven't had any luck showing up in the title, but it shows up in the description, and this is the most effective layout I found for it. We have a star, you have the title, you have a star, the name of the website, the phone icon, and then the phone number. That seems to be most effective for me. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and it shows these little images in Google search, which makes it stand out even more. So anything that can make it stand out and get more clicks is good. Yeah, so that's it.